after a long period of thinking and a few other incidents that happened in between, I finally decided to resign from my job. I moved back to Malaysia and I joined the DAP under Tony Pua's office. So that was 2 years ago. My parents did not take it very well. But in those 2 years, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have been working very, very hard.
Yes.
I like to say I've been in elections mode since I joined the DAP, starting from the Sarawak state elections, and then the Sungai Besar by-elections, and now here we are today, ready to make a change. Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so happy to see you all today because I believe that democracy requires representation and participation. Representation from a wide, diverse group of people of all walks of life, all Malaysians. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to be a part of Pakatan Harapan. I'm so proud because we do not just talk about women and youth representation, we walk the talk. Besides me, there are so many other young candidates that Pakatan Harapan is fielding in these elections. And it's not because we want to kick out the old guard, not at all. But it is a cycle of training the next generation, drawing on the experience of the seniors so that we can work forward to a better Malaysia. I am always so inspired by our Lauta, our Saudara Lim Kit Siang. He has boundless energy, and I think that really captures the essence of our Saudara Lim Kit Siang, and also the essence of some of our more senior leaders, more experienced leaders who have gone on to continuously fight and fight and fight for a better Malaysia, including our own Saudara Anwar Ibrahim, who is in Sungai Buloh, but his spirit is still here today. His spirit is with you, all of you who decided to come again, the spirit of reformasi. Isn't that true? Can you share with me? Reformasi! 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 And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Pakatan Harapan does not only talk about women's empowerment. This year, our current Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Najib Razak, said 2018 is going to be tahun memperkasakan wanita.
Osma! Osma! Yes, Osma, yes.
You want to get me arrested? I'm still very young. My boss Tony Puas says, take her, make her work hard. She has at least 5 election cycles in her. Go on. Yeah, but do you remember in 2012, Najib Razak made himself the acting women, family and children minister. That's in 2012. Last year, the government formed an advisory body. If I remember correctly, it was called My Win Advisory Council. And it's supposed to increase female entrepreneurship, female business women across all socio-economic classes. Who did they make the chairman? Najib Razak. You know, in all of 60 years of BN's rule, on average, we have only had 2 female ministers. We have a lot of female deputy ministers, but only 2 female ministers on average. But now with Pakatan Harapan, we have a potential female deputy prime minister in our Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ibrahim. That is what we call empowering women, ladies and gentlemen. We do not just say we respect women, we honor women, but we want to elevate women to the highest office in the country. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, so that Pakatan Harapan, when we talk about women empowerment, women's political empowerment, it is meaningless if women do not have money to spend. Not like Rosmar, but women, you need to have money to spend in case a husband gets into the accident. And that's why in our Pakatan Harapan manifesto, we have created a scheme, KWSP, for housewives, so that in any case, anything happens to your husbands, the family is well taken care of. And in Islam, I believe, it said that keadilan ialah meletakkan sesuatu pada tempatnya, putting something in its place. And if we pay corporate women a salary, then women who choose to be housewives, who undertake that labor of love to care for their family full-time, should be sufficiently taken care of. Isn't that right? This is the government we want. We want a caring government. But democracy does not stop there. Democracy needs participation. Participation from you and me. And I think you all know better than me, as Lembah Pantai residents, as Federal Territories residents, you have no say in how DBKL is run. Isn't that right? Yeah. Kuala is like a big king there. I see his poster on the DBKL tower. I'm like, wow, this guy really thinks he owns the place. As an MBPJ councillor, I acknowledge that MBPJ is not perfect. We have a lot of things that we're still learning. There's a lot to do in terms of improving service delivery. But the one thing that is very different with Pakatan Harapan councillors is that we listen to the people. We go down to the ground and we talk to the people. And my personal manifesto for Kampung Tunku, if I win, is to implement participatory budgeting. Does anyone know what participatory budgeting is? Okay. What I plan to do is, after the elections, we're going to hold focus groups. We're going to hold focus groups with community leaders, RAs, Rukun Tetanggas, NGOs, and find out what is really, really important to them. Do you need a new hall? Do you need new playground equipment, new basketball nets? Things that are very, very local. We want to bring democracy to the grassroots through participatory budgeting. And it has been done before. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleague Stevenson in Petaling, who is the candidate for Bukit Matajam, has done that with his adun. He has allocated a portion of his MP allocation along with the adun, and they get together all the local community leaders, and after they've gone through sufficient focus groups, they have voting day. Just like the 9th of May, where the community, where taxpayers can decide where their money goes to on causes that are important to them. This is how we want to make democracy accessible. This is how we want to involve everyone. And I hope that in this general election, you will carry Fahmi Fadzil all the way up to Parliament, because we cannot take any more of DBKL running this land like they own it. Isn't that true, ladies and gentlemen? I remember reading about the TTDI case, the Taman Rimba Kiara case, and I was so inspired of how residents banded together. But we need to take it a step further. We cannot only depend, no matter how good they are, on the RAs, the goodwill and energy of RAs and RTs. It has to be you, me, everyone here taking and being involved in our community. And it has to be you who will be voting on the 9th of May and taking Fahmi Fadzil to victory and Pakatan Harapan to Putrajaya. Ladies and gentlemen, Lembah Pantai is a more difficult seat. I'm sure I don't have to go into detail because of all the extra police votes. We need you all here today to go out and tell everyone to vote Keadilan. You vote Keadilan, you vote Harapan, you vote for a better future for our children and our unborn grandchildren. Can you do that, ladies and gentlemen? Do we want a better government, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready to vote? And ladies and gentlemen, one last thing I ask of you to do on voting day or before voting day to make the arrangements is that when you see senior citizens around you who say, "Aya, it's too hard for me to go out and vote, I cannot drive anymore," or anyone who is disabled, OKU in a wheelchair, you say to them, "Ato, Nenek, uncle, auntie, gong papa, brother, sister, don't worry, I will drive you out to vote. We will do this together. We will do this together, you and me, and change the government for a better Malaysia. Can we